Hello guys, today I'm going to be talking to you guys as I did the polls. Lots of people wanted to know to see the video. So here it is. For you guys that voted no, I'm sorry. I have to vote it. I did it because the people that said yet win, guys. So we're going to talk about the 5 major sports and the way you can bet and the pros and cons in those sports from my 1.5 year experience into sporting industry. And so far it's going up and down. Mm, it's, it's very hard, guys. If you don't have patience, if you lose your nerves very quick, this is not for you. You gotta be really patient. It takes time. Okay, you need build time. It takes time. But let's move on. So I'm gonna be sharing the screen right here, guys. Just 1 minute. I do this, that. I'm just gonna be sharing the screen to make it easier for me and for you guys to see as well. Uh, let's connect the screen mirroring. You should go any minute right now. Come on, come on, come on. There it is. Okay. So these are the 5 major sports. We got tennis, hockey, soccer, basketball, and baseball. Okay. We will start with tennis. Let's get that out of the way. Let's start from left to right. So tennis, number one favorite, number one pro is less underdogs, more favorite. Tennis has more favorites, guys. Okay, so if you bet on the underdogs, you're most likely to lose when you bet in tennis. Just that's how those sport is. And from what I was reading some articles, is because sport books don't typically look so much into tennis as they do in other sport like hockey, basketball, baseball, and even soccer. They just set the prices and they don't try to trick you too much in tennis because um, it's typically the favorite to win. So there's no way, it doesn't make sense for them to do that. Now, number two pro is individual. What I mean by that is tennis is an individual sport, which is great. It's fantastic. Why I say that because like any other sport, like hockey, soccer, basketball, baseball, you don't depend on any other player. You just depend on one player only. And I don't play the double tennis things, like double versus double players. I don't do that. I just do individual ones. You understand the player. If Djokovic is playing Nadal, and Nadal is being very bad form in the last week or two, and Djokovic has been fantastic in the last week, and he's a favorite, he's gonna win because he's been good, very good. Now, I have one con about tennis. That's right here, number one, low price. I just hate it because it's very low price with tennis. Um, with tennis, it's very low price, guys. Let's say what I do this, I do parlays. Okay, I parlay in tennis. Why? Because I want to raise the price. Because let's say I give you guys on the story one player. If you bet on those two that I said, 85%, if you bet on one of those players, with $100 you only make 20. So it doesn't make no sense to waste 100 just to make 20. It's better off you go work than just to wait for that $20 to happen. But what you can do is you can parlay 3 players, raise the price up to 1.6 and more. With 100 make 60, which is an okay ratio. But there's a trick. I always like to stay under 1.6 to under 1.6 in tennis. I don't like to go more than that with one player only. Parlay as much as it wants, but with one player, I like to stay 1.6 and under. Why? There's a reason why they put it so much up, and I don't like that. I like to stay 1.6 from my experience. The way you can bet in tennis is money line. That's what I always do. Over and under, I don't know. I don't have a system, but money line is very good for tennis. Number two sport is hockey. This is fantastic. We got good prizes. Hockey has fantastic prizes. Let's say you think uh, Pittsburgh Penguins are playing Ottawa Senators or Montreal Canadiens. This season, Pittsburgh was fantastic. Playoffs, not too good. But if you bet, let's say when I was betting Pittsburgh Penguins single, 1.4 with $1,000 you make 400, and that's an easy one because the system I have, guys, it was working. Yeah, always work. I only messed maybe once or twice, but 14 days in a row streak, winning streak in a hot streak. And the most cold streak I had in hockey during the month of November until the first 2 weeks of January probably was most two. So I was losing only two. Uh, that's what I like about that. The good prizes they give you. Uh, the number two is better team wins. It's like soccer, okay? Soccer, hockey kind of have in common because typically the better team in the standing typically wins. Not like baseball, but better team typically wins. and better goaltender. Whoever has the better goaltender typically wins too. Number three is not number four. I just messed it up. Number three is the over and under. I like the over and under in hockey because let's say if two-time teams that score a lot, Florida Panthers are playing against, let's say, Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, perfect teams. If they play together, the price is set at 6.5. They have to score 7 points. They give you a 1.8 price. So with $100, you make $80, which is not too bad. It's not bad. It's good. It's very good. Um, you can always go minimum on this. You can buy points online. You cannot do it in casino, but online you can buy points in in online betting. You can buy points. So if you wanna, if it's 6.5, you can take it down to 5.5, which is good. It's fantastic. They give you a price of 1.4 typically, and you gotta understand the odds. Okay, I'm gonna do another video totally if you guys want understanding the odds. Okay, it's not always about the statistics. You gotta read the odds of the sport books, and that helps a lot. Now we go to the cons. Number one con for hockey is shady underdogs. I remember as of now, I can close my eyes and remember the day when Boston Bruins lost against Ottawa Senators, guys. They were a big favorite and they lost, which is crazy. I don't like it. Shady underdogs. And the months that I hate betting in hockey was from February to March. I lost all my money at the time. And I think that might be a reason because of COVID. And there were a lot of new players playing for the people that had for the players that had COVID. So there was a whole mess, guys. It was catastrophe. It was crazy. Number two con is not too much live betting. Typically, the system will tell Pittsburgh will win, and Pittsburgh always score first. So the price for live was like from 1.4 goes down to 1.6. Not so much live betting. Maybe the over and unders, but with money line, not too much. Guys, I hate it. Now we go to soccer. Number three, right here, soccer. We got more favorite, less underdogs. Same as tennis. Okay, so more favorite, less underdogs. Uh, you guys understand that. I want to explain it. But number two is double chances, guys. Let's say if Juventus, my favorite team, is playing against Real Madrid, you can double chance. You can say Real Madrid can win. Either you can say this, you can bet this. Either Real Madrid will win or they will tie. So you can save your ass that way. The price will go low, of course, but you can save your ass. But in America, it's not typically not too many casinos that give you double chances, only online. Okay. And the site I use, Bavola, is great. They give you great prizes for double chances. I think they're from Europe, so that makes sense why. Number three is the over and under. I love the over and under soccer. I have a system how to find the over and unders. Um, I just start off with what sport books give you. If they give you a 2.5 over and under 2.5, I look at the history and find it from there, guys. It's easy. The con of soccer is the ties. There's ties, guys. I don't like. Now I remember my friends who used to say, "Oh, this is a sport who has ties is not good." Yes, I understand it now because of betting. I don't like a sport that has ties, but they give you double chances, so that way you can save your ass too. Um, Number four sport is basketball. Basketball is not my consistent sport. It's not the sport I make money. Basketball, I'm not too good. I will accept it. Uh, Number one pro for basketball is the over and under. I love the over and unders. There's a system I have for over and unders. So, and they give you good prizes for over and unders. Um, what is the second one? Second one is more favorite. Oh, okay. So more favorite, less underdog. Same thing as hockey. My bad. Same thing as soccer and same thing as tennis. Basketball is not an underdog sport, and there's not so many underdogs. Maybe when basketball broke was very bad. Like when you don't want to play basketball, I think it was like the first week of February. After that, after out of 12 teams, maybe two, three underdogs. The rest is all favorites. So you have a good ratio there. Um, number four, I even started. Oh, number three, we got. I will talk about. But number three is spreads. So spreads, I never play with spreads, but I see that as an advantage because typically, out of all the teams, most of them will touch the plus spread. So I always like to play the plus in basketball. Now there's out of 12, let's say maybe four will go with the minus, the rest will go with the plus, but you got to find those four. to avoid. But I never play with spread, to be honest. Number four is I even started is life. Okay, so life. Why I mean life is because the prizes in basketball goes from 7 to 3, from 3 to 1. It's crazy. With $100, you can make $600 life. But if you understand how to play it, okay, so live betting in basketball is fantastic. I don't like to play the over and under in basketball live. I like to play money line. This is the number one sport for live betting if you know how to play, because points here doesn't matter. If a team is Cleveland Cavaliers that I betted were 15 points ahead and they lost that day. And points don't really matter in basketball. The team can turn another team anytime, any minute. Number one con is low prices in the money line. Now you get some low prices here and there um, for money lines. The over and unders is the same like any other sport, but money lines you get lots of low prices. And typically, if a price was 1.2, what's very confusing is that 1.2 will lose. Typically, now if a price is 1.05, which is very low, you can always play with a spread. Typically, they go -5, -6. Typically, that's how it goes. But low prices, but it's not like tennis. Okay, so basketball has low prices, but it has good prices too. So it's not like tennis. Tennis is a different sport. And last, guys, we go to baseball. I'm laughing, guys, because baseball. Okay, what can I say about baseball? Baseball is a sport of aliens. You gotta be alien to figure out baseball. Okay, you gotta be really smart. It's not like any of this sport. Like I said here in the con, uh, I was saying scary to bet big money. It's very scary to bet single on baseball. It's very scary. Um, but let's start with the pros. But I like baseball. Okay, don't think I hate it. Baseball, great wins underdog. What I mean by that is more underdogs win in baseball. You make more money that way. If there's 15 teams, typically 7 of them will be underdogs. 6, maybe like from 6 to 7 will be underdogs. The rest are favorites. It's about 50-50, guys. So baseball is a sport of aliens. Baseball is a sport of underdogs. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why, but I think it's because they play 3-4 times with each other in a week. So it makes sense. Not only one team is going to win all the series. All the games is maybe they're going to bring it one, so the underdog wins. Um, Baseball, I said better for starters for one reason. Okay, so if you're a starter, it's gonna be hard, but if you know how to play, you can make more money. Because if you start with $40 and you per lane baseball, with $40, you can turn that 40 to maybe, well, one time, different story, but I only bet at like $2 or 50 cents. I only got like 250. If I would have put $4, I would have made about let's see, $4 would have made me about $4,000. So that's what I mean. It's good for starters if you know how to play it, because with $40, you can turn that 40 to infinity money if you know how to play it. If you don't know how to play it, like I said, not lost money. Like I say here, number 2, lose money. So if you're a starter, you don't know how to play baseball, maybe get some mentor to teach you how to play baseball, to bet baseball. Number 3 is live betting. It's the same as basketball. Teams here, if a team is winning, it does not matter. That team can turn the game over. Like boom. It just that's how it works, because bullpens change, and there's I mean the starters change, the bullpen comes in, the bullpen screws the whole game. What the starter did, that does not matter. Is the bullpen what matters in baseball, in my experience. The over and unders I like so far, but what I hate about the over and unders, because this is a sport they play outdoors, so the wind is very active, and you gotta understand the wind to understand the over and under. Like basketball, soccer, hockey, tennis, not so much, but let's say hockey, soccer, basketball. I know soccer is outdoor, but it does not matter because the wind does not consider anything there, like baseball, because the ball is in the air. Soccer is in the ground mostly. But baseball, over and unders are good if you understand the wind, okay? So sometimes it's luck. Baseball sometimes has luck because they might do a home run out of luck, guys. Number 5, let me read what I said. Last series games. Okay, so this is the last game. I typically, there's a trick. I like the games I play 3 times, and I wait until the last day. The last day, you know, a team is not gonna full sweep another team unless you're the LA Dodgers, okay, whatever. But if you're another team, you know, Miami Marlins are not gonna sweep the Texas Rangers 3 days. Okay? Maybe they've done it before, but not 2 times in a row. So that gives you option, or maybe they've done it once every 4 years, but not once every 1 year. So last series games are perfect. That's how you win in baseball, guys. Okay, remember, you only play the last series games. First game, second game, I avoid. Not good for me. We go to the cons. Not consistent. If you don't know what you're doing, so baseball is not consistent sport, guys. Uh, if you don't know what you're doing, 1 week you're gonna make, let's say, $2,000, and the next week, you know, it's all gone because baseball is not consistent. Baseball is a sport of aliens, but I love it. I love baseball. I've been doing good with baseball lately, not, but last year was fantastic for me. Number two, like I said, less money, and number three, scary to big money. It's very scary sport to big. It's not like hockey and not soccer, but like not like hockey and basketball. It's very scary to bet big money on this one. So out of this 4 teams, out of this, my bet, out of this 5 sports, I would recommend, okay, for you guys to start in baseball with low money and maybe get help from someone that bets on baseball, that knows how to bet on baseball, and they will let you know, oh, bet this and do a parlay in baseball, but the chances are not so good for you. But try 10, $20, you know, and don't risk too much. Another sport that I would consider you playing is soccer. You can do the over and unders. They're good in soccer, the over and unders, and you can mix it up with some double chances. Okay, so you can save your ass over and under double chance. Remember that for soccer. And number three, once you have $1,000, start in hockey, guys. Hockey is the worst. Is a sport worth looking at. It's a very good sport if you want to play singles. Um, Typically in hockey, I don't do parlays. The most I do parlay is 2 team parlay, no more than that. I like to stick under 2 to 1 in hockey. Baseball, infinity. Soccer, infinity 2. Basketball, I'm not good too much, but tennis, 3 to 4, I like. Maybe 5 sometimes. Um, Now, my favorite sport from all of us, it would be hockey, guys. Why I say hockey? Because the source I have is really, I found a really great source, really good statistic. It's really great. Let me stop 1 minute. It's really great. Hockey is really great sport to bet on. Because I'm more consistent in hockey, what I've noticed. Now, this is going to be a new season. We will see how it goes. But I'm pretty confident in myself. I'm going to be consistent again because I have that source. And if that's gone, I'm gone too. But they're not going to be gone. They're going to be here with me. So hockey would be my favorite sport, guys, of any sport. That's about it. Next video, I'm going to do, I will do it as a surprise. I will let you guys know. I will do the poll voting thing. So you guys can keep on voting if you guys want to see more videos. But make sure you look at this video, the whole thing, okay? Because it's, make sure you rewatch the video because this is important if you really want to get into this industry, okay? It's gonna save you tons of money. Even the next video I'm gonna do, it's gonna be really more important, and this is just the basics of the sports that you want to consider betting. But remember, in betting, risk what you're willing to lose. Betting is like stocks, okay? I would say it's like stocks. You get short-term money right now, and stocks you gotta wait. But in stocks, you don't even know if that's gonna happen, if that trend is gonna hit. But same as betting, you don't know if that trend is gonna hit. Maybe a lock is gonna come in. 10% is lock in betting. If that 10% hits you, you're done. That's why you're gonna have money management. Because if you don't have money management, you lose tons of money, guys. So have money management and have patience. If you don't have patience, better don't get to this sport. Try to don't get into this industry. Try to find something else. But that's about it for this time. See you guys next time. Peace out.